Siemens was founded in Germany by Werner von Siemens in 1847. In 1879 they built the world's first electric train, and in 1883 the first public railway was built on Brighton seafront. Siemens is now a multinational engineering conglomerate which operates in 190 countries. They are behind many of the products and services we take for granted in our daily lives. Over the years, Siemens have integrated and diversified their products within each of their sectors. They developed the first GSM mobile with colored display. Their innovations include traffic lights, gas turbines, superconducting magnets in medical scanners, wind generators and domestic appliances. They host, support and maintain the BBC's website, including the development of the BBC iPlayer. Siemens operates in an oligopolistic market. In 2007, Siemens divided their operations into three sectors: industry, energy and healthcare. By doing so, they have ensured that they can react to the demands of consumers and government legislation whilst gaining a greater market share. Siemens' energy sector not only addresses energy providers but also companies within the oil and gas industry. Globally, Siemens' main competitors are GE Energy, Gamesa and Vestas. The market for renewable energy holds other competitors. The market share for this industry is led by the Chinese. Since 1994, Siemens has made 312 acquisitions while taking stakes in 189 companies. Siemens has 366 divestitures during this period. In fiscal 2010, Siemens generated the largest operating profits in its history. Total sector's profits rose to 7.8 billion euros. Net income climbed 63% to 4.1 billion. For the full fiscal year, new orders increased by 3% to 81.2 billion, while revenue stabilized at 76 billion.
Environmental analysis is a critical part of strategic management planning process. The SWOT framework is seen as an analytical tool which should be used to categorize significant environmental factors both internal and external to the organization. One of the main strengths of Siemens is that with 85,100 employees worldwide, it is a geographically diverse business. Other important strengths such as wide diversity of customers and a global diverse talent pool of employees derive from it. Another important strength comes out of the company's strategies of employing only the best engineers and researchers on the market and providing them with the latest technology available. The result is that Siemens is seen as having the best innovation, research and development department in the energy sector. Siemens is also the technology leader in the field of high-efficiency, environmentally friendly transmissions of large amounts of electrical energy. Advancing to weaknesses, Siemens has seen in the recent time a continuing decrease in the quality of management practices that has led to the company being faced with several legal actions. Another weakness is that Siemens resorts to a random choice procedure every time a new project arises because they haven't managed to implement the working criteria for project assignments. Looking at the external factor, an important opportunity for Siemens is that most of the developed countries have comprehensive infrastructure for energy generation, transmission and distribution, and developments are taking place to add to primary fuel diversity in the renewable energy sector. The emerging countries on which Siemens has a good representation are looking to develop their weak infrastructure and also to decrease their dependence on fossil fuels, while the European Union and local governments set long-term goals which aim to raise the adoption and introduction of renewable technologies. The main threat to the energy sector is the decrease in energy consumption, important factors here being the rising cost of energy, initiatives to cut carbon emissions and the economic downturn. There is also an important threat derived from the increased competition in the employment sector and the decreasing ability of Siemens to attract highly skilled workforce associated with the company's high employee turnover rate.
A company like Siemens can undertake a best analysis in order to maximize its opportunities and minimize its threats. The World Trade Organization's priorities are to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, confirming global commitments to tackle climate change and to ensure security of supply. To limit global warming, the EU Greenhouse Gas Emission Trading Scheme has been created to reduce carbon emissions. Some countries such as the US, China and India are not prepared to join this scheme. Moreover, leading nations engage initiatives that diminish carbon emissions through the reduction of the consumption of fossil fuels, the rise of the use of renewable energy and the creation of new legislations. One of the major economic issues is the rising cost of energy. The use of renewable sources can lead to the increase of energy prices. In order to encourage the population to exploit renewable energy, policymakers offer tax-based incentives or direct investment. Government can also seek to create price competition among energy generators in relatively mature technologies. This leads to renewable prices at least cost. Over the past 2 decades, populations and lifestyle changes have taken place over the world. Consumers are more aware of the global warming's impact. They expect new technologies that can be environmentally friendly. Siemens tries to improve its efficiency among the energy sector while respecting environment. The increase of renewable energy will raise electricity prices, which is a major problem for consumers as they become more price sensitive. Moreover, as population is growing, demand for energy is mounting worldwide. The use of renewable energy requires new skills and control equipment. Siemens is one of the world's most innovative companies in its field. One of the latest Siemens technologies is the smart grid, an electric car that can be charged with wind power.
As Michael Porter theorized it, a long-term competitive advantage allows the companies to generate profit durably for themselves and for their shareholders. To estimate this competitive advantage, we have to understand what kind of defensive strategy the company uses to protect itself from its competitors. To define what the main challenges in the energy sectors are and how Siemens can overtake them, we'll analyze Porter's 5 forces. The intensity of competition in this specific sector is rather moderate, even low, as we are discussing an oligopoly-based market. Although there are no obvious physical barriers to entry, new firms would find it difficult to enter the market as economies of scale exist due to the size and longevity of the incumbent firm. Siemens has been in the industry for 160 years, therefore has sufficient efficiency of production. Secondly, there is the product differentiation. As Siemens offers highly technical products with service benefit added in, that derives a competitive advantage over other suppliers. Therefore, companies which do not allow the customer to turn freely to one of their competitors are in a strong position. They can increase, for example, the prices by losing little or no customers. Moreover, Siemens has developed a strong working relationship not only with its partners but also with its customers. Thanks to its Think customer first, Siemens has become a close brand that guarantees not only the reliability, the quality and the origin of product, but also the competence of designers and manufacturers. However, the power of buyers is still moderate as consumption is a function of production and must be met to government specifications. Consequently, the customer don't really have a real impact on this industry. About the power of suppliers, we have estimated it at high as sources of supply are limited. Finally, threats of substitute are not totally to ignore, as new technologies are being developed every day and various alternatives could become available. But fortunately, Siemens are aware of that and does its best to be well equipped to meet the challenges of the future. For example, they are steadily expanding their position in the dynamic renewable market with innovative wind turbine, major photovoltaic project, and with the most advanced technologies for solar thermal power plants.
The key factors of success of any organization are the factors that they must excel to top their competitors and to be successful. Due to European legislation on the control of greenhouse gases, Siemens has developed an SF6 gas density monitoring system that reduces emissions by 0.5% per annum. With the increase of energy and demand for clean power generation, this leads to the use of renewable energy sources such as wind, water, solar, and biomass. In the UK, over 40% of electricity from wind power is provided by Siemens wind power technology. Siemens has approximately 30,800 researchers and developers around the globe. They consider themselves to be trendsetters, whereby they are able to successfully establish a new technology, de facto standard, or indispensable feature on the market, thus controlling market and enjoying large profits. Currently, Siemens has 56,000 patents and patent groups, which amount to approximately 7,000 new inventions registered each year. Siemens customers expect efficient and effective solutions and technology that are more reliable, economical, and environmentally friendly. To conclude, it can be difficult to estimate the eternity of certain advantages. That is why it is important to determine how long their competitive advantage can last. For companies to achieve sustainable competitive advantages, they must deploy measures and solutions that respond to market change both quickly and correctly and help adapt production process. Siemens is a technological and commercial leader engaged in a sustainable, responsible, and having value-creating products, creating growth for its shareholders, customers, and employees.